Welcome back to the show. We're here with Joe and Matthew Iannotti. They're sharing their experience regarding a brain tumor that Matt suffered at the age of 18. And Matt, I want to thank you, and Joe, I want to thank you so much for sharing this story, because I'm sure you're not the only one that's experienced this. So to share this information, especially with the hand tremor and all that, I really appreciate this, and I know it must be very difficult. So thank you guys. If you guys want to continue, pick it up where we left off. We were talking about going to get an MRI, if that's okay, Joe.
Well, he got the MRI pretty quickly, and there was this very large mass in his head. It was very deep in the brain, so it was not in a great location in order to remove it. And it wasn't entirely clear what it was. You know, wasn't clear if it was cancer, if it was a vascular tumor, or what it was. So we had to go through a lot of different tests, and we eventually sorted it out. He needed a couple of brain biopsies to sort of get tissue. He had a tremendous number of tests to sort out if the tumor was removed. Would he lose his speech? Would he lose his ability to think? Would he lose his ability to talk? And so, you know, after a number of tests, it was pretty clear that the surgery, although it would be very, very risky, it was possible that it could be potentially removed or made smaller in size. It turned out to be a very, very rare tumor. It was nice to give it a special or a particular name. We ended up flying out to San Francisco because there was a particular team at UCSF that specialized in this type of surgery, and he went through that process and had I think it was 13 or 14 hours of surgery, only to find that it really wasn't removable. They clipped a bunch of vessels, a bunch of blood supply to the lesion, which caused him to have a very severe stroke side of his body. And it's resulted in having lots of headaches and seizures and all sorts of things that he's dealt with over the last 18 years. But, you know, I think part of the interesting part of the story is not so much the medical jargon. It's really a resiliency that he has had.
Wonderful. That's great. And I do want to share, because I know you guys are sharing your heartfelt story, and this is really what the Disability Channel is all about. We are a channel by and for persons with disabilities and veterans showcasing abilities. So we have, our staff is probably 35, 40 strong, and I would say 39 out of 40 of us all have disabilities, Matt. So we welcome you to the family. We obviously don't know what you're experiencing personally, but there's a lot of people on our team that have their own, you know, goods and bads and stuff and this and that. So we really appreciate you. Can I ask you, obviously, Joe, being a chief of staff at the Cleveland Clinic, can you tell us how much the Cleveland Clinic has helped Matt, and how much is meant to the situation in a whole, sort of thing? And Matt, you can share too, please.
Well, Matt has had 18 years of treatment at the Cleveland Clinic. You know, he has lots of different doctors and many different departments that have supported him over the years. You know, unfortunately, his brain tumor was not well, it was severe, but it wasn't the worst. Maybe it wasn't the worst thing that he lived through. He had a rare abdominal problem that landed him in the Cleveland Clinic in Cleveland for 12 months, ICU for 6 months of that time. And it was the experience is when we thought he would die from his abdominal problem, which was a rare autoimmune disease. Fortunately, he's done well with that. So yeah, the clinic has put in, I mean, he is in large measure because of that.
Wow, that's wonderful. You know what I want to do? Let's sort of change course a bit. Let's talk a little bit about the present and the future, because I know we have some great things coming down. Before we do that, I do want to give a big shout out to Cindy. Cindy, you've been terrific. Thank you so much for supporting this endeavor. And of course, I want to thank Peter. Peter, you're an amazing person, amazing guy. I really thank you for that. Woof. Okay. So what I want to do now, I want to move it along. I want to get a little positive here. I want to see how Matt's doing today. I want to talk about what the future. Matt, tell us a little bit of your interest. What's going on? I know you're a basketball guy. I know you love the NBA playoffs. So tell us what you think about the playoffs right now.
Well, right now, the 76ers won last night, so I'm very happy. Like you said, I absolutely love basketball. I remember when I was younger, I was really enjoying to play basketball, and after I had a stroke and watching basketball, and I was just thinking, God, I wish I could do something. I miss basketball. I miss any activities. I mean, I after I had a stroke and when I was in the hospital for autoimmune disease, it definitely pushed me back. I was in physical therapy. I look at physical therapy for the reason why I want to get back. And some certain patients, they would think when they would say, "Oh, I have to go to physical therapy," and in my mindset, I want to go to physical therapy. I want to improve my life to become stronger. And
that's
I look at myself towards, it's not just exercise. It's you have to create something that I need to benefit, and I want to become stronger. And I look at towards physical therapy as a challenge. And when I told my physical therapist, who's awesome, she's great, I said, I challenge you. I want you to make me sweat. I want you to make me hurt, because I want to know that I've worked so hard and I want to benefit. And there was times that I thought back when I was in physical therapy, I was struggling so bad because my left side was weak, because I don't like the word that can't. I can't do certain things. But I'm so proud of what I've gone through. I'm proud. I've learned to set your goals. I want to get every goal there. And I'm fortunate to reach certain goal. I'm not there yet. I'll be honest, but I want to improve. I want to be there. I want to excuse.
Well, what I'd like to do,
I want to work my ass.
First of all, I want to say I think you have a great system there. I think you have a great mom and dad who I know support you 100%. And I mean, obviously, you got the Cleveland Clinic supporting you. Oh, we're going to take a quick break, and I have some great news because we're going to have my producer saying we got to take a quick break for editing purposes. So I'm going to hold that thought. We're going to be back in 2 seconds with Sweet 303. I'm your host, Jay Stoyan. Stay tuned.